Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yes, yes. Now we'll start our session. In previous session, we started about the functions. So here, functions how to create in means by using the def keyword.
Function.
By using the def keyword, we can create the function parenthesis followed by the semicolon. So inside the parenthesis, optional parameters. So this is not mandatory, guys. Parameters are not mandatory. Okay. So and n number of statements, indented statements we can write in every function as a last statement, a return keyword statement only there. After the return keyword statement, if any statement there, these are not going to executing by Python interpreter. Okay, so the lines which are available after the return statements, those lines are not finding to the interpreter for execution. Okay, this is only last line. By default, in every function return keyword statement there, it returns none value if we are not returning explicitly. Okay, now, and these all lines when executing these all lines means whenever we are calling this function, whenever we are calling this function, then executing. So this is we are calling defining the function with required statements, and this line we are calling the function calling statements. Okay, whenever we are calling the function, then only the function block of statements are going to executing. Okay, so before that, these all lines correctly there are not syntactically only checking, and this is statement we are calling like a calling the function. Okay, this is the statement for executing this function related lines of code. Okay, defining the function we are calling here executing the function or calling the function. So function statements automatically not executing. Whenever we are calling the function, then only executing, guys. Okay, what is the purpose of the function means creating some block of lines of code one time and use n number of times repeatedly whenever we want, wherever we want. Okay, certain statements if we want to execute multiple times, then create those all lines inside one function, and using that function name n number of times we can reuse it. So for that reusability purpose, we can use this functions related concept. Okay, no? So remember, guys. So here the parameters are optional. If no parameters here, then no need of any arguments here. So here if two parameters there, two arguments required, two values required. So here arguments are nothing but they may be values or they may be variables which contains the values. Parameters are nothing but some variables which require the inputs, which require the some values. These parameters we can use as a input to this function body. Okay, now for generating the response. Come on, let me know, guys. Here two parameters there. So here only one value I'm sending. Only one value I'm sending. Then what is the output you are going to get? Two parameters there at the time of defining the function. At the time of calling the function, only one value I'm sending. So what type of error you are getting? Spandana given wrong. Two parameters there here, only one value I'm sending. Then type error you are going to get it. N number of programs I explained. Type error. Okay, same number of parameters. If n number of parameters there, same number of values we have to send. Otherwise, type error is going to return. Okay, na? So remember that these all things you have to execute properly, guys. So yeah, function related, these all points I explained, guys. And already I said material, do reading. Okay, na? So simply a function is a block of organized reusable code that is used to perform a singular related task. Create one time and use a number of times. That is the main function behavior, guys. And already I explained the function syntax. And next here, a number of other points I explained, guys. Okay, so check it here. Simply what is function over use of function reusability code, how to creating function I explained the syntax. Simply function syntax also explained what is parameter at the time of defining the at the time of defining the function as a input some variables. I mean, at the time of defining the function, so we can use some variables, those variables considering like a parameters. Those parameters required values, default values we can use, or else at the time of calling the function, we can send the value to these parameters. These parameters we can use inside the function, and we can generate the response as per our requirement. Okay, na? So remember that. And about the arguments, at the time of defining the function, guys, we are using some variables called as parameters. At the time of calling the function, we are using some values or variables, technically considered like arguments. How many parameters are there at the time of defining the function? Same number of arguments we require to pass it. Okay, so arguments are nothing but actual values. These values we are sending to these parameters. Okay, that is about the arguments. So parameters, arguments, all are nothing but variables required values, like remember it. So what is the last statement of the function? So in every function, last statement is the return statement. What value it is returning by default? None value returned. If you want, you can return whatever the value you want. So wherever you are calling this function to there, that function result returning by return keyword. That is the purpose of the return keyword, guys. How to return the function result to the function calling location? By using the return keyword returning. Okay, no? So can we call one function n number of times? Yes.
Yes.
Create one time, use n number of times. That is a function main purpose, guys. Okay, reusability code. Can we execute a function logics without calling the function name? What is your answer, guys, for this? Can we execute a
Can we
function
execute a
logic
function
without
logic
calling a
without
function
calling
name?
function name?
Come on, let me know. This one. What is the answer? So without calling, we cannot execute. Okay, we cannot execute. Remember that. And create an infinity function. How to creating an infinity function? How to creating infinity function? So a function inside the same function, if calling, called as infinity function. For example, f1 function assumption. Okay, so here some statements, whatever you want, you can write. And inside the same function, right now here, if I'm calling like this, only one time calling this function and executing these statements. Okay, so inside the same function, if we are calling the same function, inside this f1 function, if we are calling the same function one more time, so first time coming to here, guys, and going inside, executing these lines, and next executing this one. Because of this, one more time going to here, and next one more time executing these lines, one more time calling this one. So like that, here repeatedly executing, guys. So this is called infinity function. Okay, now, so remember that one. And next here, some other points also I given. What is that means? Can we assign a function result to a variable? What is answer? Can we assign a function result to a variable? Yes, we can assign, guys. Last two classes not there, guys. I mean, last 2 days no classes. So I given all day, today only session. Okay, last session explained about the function. So can we assign a function result means? Yes, definitely we can assign a function result to a variable. Next, can we use a function? Can we use a function result in an expression? In an expression, what is the answer? Can we use a function result in an expression? Yes, here also we can use. Okay, one function result we can use in a expression. And the next, can we call a function? Can we call a function name before creating it? Before creating it. What is answer for this? Can we call a function before creating it? It means here my function is there, function with the required statements. Here we can call. Before creating, I want to call here. Is this right or wrong? No. If I'm calling, what happening? If I'm calling before creating, if I'm calling the function name, what is output? Come on, give reply. This is all revision I'm giving, guys. So name error you are going to get. Which function you are calling, that function is not defined like that. Name error returns. Okay, na? Function name is a identifier name. That identifier not available in the memory. That's why you're going to get name error. Okay? Yes, good. Next, can we call a function name inside another function? Inside the another function name. So yes, this one we can call, guys. Okay, F1 function, F2 function I created and I executed previously. Okay, na? So what is the purpose of calling a function inside the another function? What is the purpose of calling a function inside the another function? Means for reusability. One function related result, if we want to use as input to the other function, we can use that function as a input to the other function. Okay, so one function result, if we want to use in another function as a input, then we can call another function inside the another function. Okay, reusability purpose only. Okay, so these all points I explained, guys, clearly, and I uploaded material also. Next, one more thing, how many types of functions there? How many types of functions are available in Python? Okay, how many types of functions are available in Python? Simply in Python. So how many are there? Two types there, guys. So one is built-in function, also called as predefined functions. Another one is user-defined functions. Two types of functions. Some are along with the software only coming. Some are as a developer we are going to creating. Okay, the functions which are coming along with the Python software are called as a predefined function or built-in function. For example, print function, id function, type function, len, max, min, sum. Okay, like number of functions so far we discussed, guys. Next, user defined functions means as a developer, as per our requirement, we can create by using def keyword are called as user defined functions. For example, addition function, deposit function, balance inquiry function, F1 function, F2 function, message function, like that. Okay, no? And next, types of arguments I explained, guys. Types of arguments. How many types of arguments there? How many types of arguments there? 4 types there, guys. Very good. So first one here I explained already. Okay, types of arguments. So required arguments, also called as non-default, also called as positional arguments.
Yes.
Default arguments, keyword arguments, arbitrary, or also called as variable length arguments. Okay, single star args, double star KW args. KW means keyword arguments. Arguments, keyword arguments. I will let you know about the single star and double star variables. Just wait. So like this, we have a 4 types, guys. We have a 4 types. Okay, no? And yeah, types of functions based on this syntax. So this is no need to remember it. Simple concept only. And in my material, separate like given syntaxes I given, examples I given, guys. Okay, no? So here, based on the arguments and return type, 4 types I divided, guys, here. So functions with no arguments with no return type. For example, here, no parameter there. If no parameters, no arguments here. Okay, parameters, arguments, all are same, like a variables assumption. Functions with no variables, no return type. So here the different lines we can write without return keyword. Only print statements we can write. Next, functions with arguments and no return type. No return type. For example, here, just syntaxes I'm giving, guys. So check it here. Print, some print hi, hi1, hi2. Okay, just like that. Okay, no? So here, this is the first one. Functions with no arguments, no return type. Okay, this is the first one related, guys. Next, second one related functions with arguments and return type. Arguments there, it means a comma b, two parameters there, then we have to send the values to them. But check it here. So parameter there, values I sent, but no return type, no return type. Okay, na? So here no return type related, no arguments, no return type, arguments with return type. So here arguments there with return type there. Okay. Next one, this third one, functions with no arguments and return type there. Functions with no arguments and return type. So now here third one related. So here we can use return something hello, return something hello is there. Okay, na? So now check it here. Function with no parameters but return statement is there. This is one type, guys. Okay, and next functions with arguments and return type. Okay, functions with arguments and return type. A comma b, and now here 10 comma 20. So here parameter there, arguments also there, and return statement also there. So these all are different inputs based on the inputs, based on the parameters, based on the return type. Like these four syntaxes wise I'm dividing. So this is not a big concept. Okay, no worries about that. So you have to focus on this one. This is a very important one. Types of arguments related. Okay, now? So here, first one related required or non-default or positional arguments I explained guys. Okay, now? So here, okay. Now here, okay. So take it here. Def add function I'm using, or else something display function. Display function a comma b I'm using as a comma b I'm using, and then here something print statements, whatever you want you can use it. And when we are calling here, then we can pass values like this. Okay. So here how many parameters there? Two parameters. Then how many values we are expecting? Two values we are expecting. Okay. Then first value into this first place, second value into this second place. Sending as first value to first position variable, second value to second position variable. Okay, that's why some people considering like a positional arguments. And how many parameters there here? Two parameters. How many values required? Two values required. That's why some people considering like a required arguments. Okay, here two parameters there. If I'm sending only one value, it returns a type error, missing one required positional argument like that. Okay, now? And non-default arguments. It means here we are not passing any default value like this. So we are not passing at the time of defining to these parameters any default value we are not passing. Okay, that's why we are considering like a non-default arguments. Non-default arguments. All of you clear about this one? First variation. Already number of examples I explained, guys. Okay, this is a small mistake only. This is not, no worries about that. So here which function I'm defining, same function need to be called it. Clear, Namika? Yes. Okay, next second one, guys. Second one is default arguments. Default arguments. So now here same function can use here. So now I'm not sending value here. So what is output here? In this place, what is output? Two parameters there here, no value sending. So what is output here? In this situation, you're going to get type error. Type error. Don't give only error. Which error you have to give it? Type error you are going to get it. Okay, na? So now to overcoming this problem here, so you are going to get type error, guys. So simply I'm commenting here. type error you're going to get because of missing the values to these parameters. Okay. So now here, one value I'm sending. So what is output here? What is output here? So A value is getting 10, B value missing value. For B variable missing value. Again, type error you are going to get it. Again, type error you are going to get it. Okay. So this is all you can test it, guys. Already I tested last session. Okay. Okay. Next, one more example. So now here the 20 I'm giving. 20 I'm giving. So now here A equal to 10 I'm giving. So simply here, okay, I'll write the print message also. Print value of A is this one, and value of B. Value of B. Now come on, let me know what is output for this. Value of A is what? Value of B is what? If you are telling this one, very beautifully you are understanding concepts. Which error? Type error? Very good. So guys, here some people thinking like A value here there. Okay, A equal 10 is there. Okay, now this B value to this B, this 20 is sending. So now A is a 10, B is a 20, like that they are expecting. Okay, and you all people given type error related. So really type error is coming or any other error coming, we will check it out. And in the last session, we created one. And this is also I given guys here. So you have to check it. These all questions. Based on that, you'll understand. Okay. So okay, I'll go to bottom. Okay, this one I'll let you know later. This is my coding. And I'm going to executing. See here, which error you are getting? My dear student, observe here. Which error you are getting? Observe here. Syntax error you are getting. Okay, I didn't explain this rule. Today I'm going to explain that. So right now syntax error. Okay, a lot of people given type error. Okay, so this value sending to here. For this value is missing. That's why type error like you are giving. Okay, okay, your thinking is correct only. But Python is deciding like this. So when we are defining this function, okay, here first statement this one. So at the time of defining the function only, first always non-default variables and next default variables expecting. Okay, na? Left side always non-default variables, right side always default variables expecting. But right now here opposite syntax there. That's why syntax error returning. Check it here. A parameter without a default. Parameter without a default means this one. Follows a parameter with a default means this one. Okay, na? This is a syntax error. Are you clear, everyone, about this one? So at the time of attending interviews, if anyone giving like this syntax, so what is output coming like no worries about this one. Internal body, no need to check it. First at the time of defining the functionally, order correctly there or not, you have to check it. Order. Okay. So if order not follows, then syntax error coming. Syntax error. Okay. So working with both non-default and default arguments, I given here heading. So last session I didn't explain that. So this is one range. When we are working with both combination, then you may get syntax error if order not follows. Okay. This same program, if I'm follows order, for example here, I'm not giving here, and I'm giving here the 30. Okay. So now check it here. First this value, first value to this first parameter sending. to this first positional argument. Now A value is 20, and for B not sending value, so that's why here the default value is there. This is going to use him. Okay, A value is 20, B value is 30. You're going to get it. Okay, so really working or not? Check it. Yes, properly working, guys. A value is 20 and the B value is 30. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Okay, one program is enough, guys. So here order you have to follow. Left side always non-default, right side always default arguments. So slowly all the types of arguments I will explain, and finally all four types I will mix it, and I will ask output what is. Okay, you have to give the replace properly. Okay, so now first two types completed, guys. So next third one is what? The keyword arguments. Keyword arguments related. Okay, this is about third one, keyword arguments. So keyword arguments at the time of calling the function we are using, guys. At the time of calling the function. Okay, now? So now here, check it. Okay, just like A comma B, or else, okay, different one I will use. Def employee of EID, employee ID, E name, employee name, salary, employee salary letter, DEPT ID, means department ID. Okay, for the parameters I'm using, and the print statements I'm going to use. Okay, so here employee ID is EID. Okay, now, and next for print statement, totally four print statements you can write. Employee E name is, so here E name, and employee salary is, then here the salary value, and employee department, guys. Department, employee department is simply department ID. Employee department ID is DEPT ID. DEPT ID. Okay, like a four print statements there. Four print statements. Okay, so right now only four statements defining the function with the print statements. If I'm executing right now, what is output? What is output if I'm executing? Any syntax error? Come on, guys, give reply. Save it. So no output, no result, guys. We are not calling. Okay, we are not calling. Syntactically correctly there. Every line correctly there syntactically. So no result. Now I'm going to call here. This employee function I'm calling. So right now four parameters there, no arguments. That's why type error returns. Okay, this one everyone knows. So right now here one or to one, or else simply one. One is employee ID, and the employee name is okay. So Srinivas, I'm using employee name, and the salary is just 10,000 I'm using, and the department ID is 101 I'm using. Okay, 101. So now here, if I'm printing, then properly working, guys. So first value to this first parameter, second value to the second parameter, like this, assigning values. That's why properly working, guys. Properly working. Okay, next here, I'm going to call here. Now here, I'm using this one, and here, and next 101, and next this one. So what is output? Is this going to executing or not? Is this going to executing or not? Yes or no? Is this working or not? Okay, it is executing. It is executing, as some people given no. Okay, it is executing. Why executing? 4 parameters there, 4 values we sent, definitely executing. But here this inverse value assigning to this EID and one is assigning to ename and this is salary, this is department ID, like that considering. Okay, order wise. So that's why meaningless output displaying. Employee ID is inverse employee name 1, like that, meaningless output coming. Okay. So that's why to overcoming this kind of problem, we have to use keyword arguments. We have to use keyword arguments. Why means sometimes this data guys, sometimes this data we are getting from the form, user form guys, enter employee ID, employee name, salary, city, like that. HTML forms designing. Okay, HTML forms designing with all required fields and one send button, submit button, like that guys. Okay, whenever we are clicking, so taking these all fields data coming. So here first name may available or number may available, next salary may available, different order may there. Okay, this entire data is coming back to the backend. Okay, backend application means using Python or Django we can develop it. Okay, server side logics. So this is UI coding. From the UI coding, so data may get into the server side logics. And here, for example, this is one employee object. Employee dot e number, employee dot e name, employee dot salary, like that. We can use key values related, guys. So inside the employee object, first name may available or ID may available or salary may available. We don't know order. Okay, so that's why properly using the key and values format, we have to call it. Then any order we can use. Okay, so here EID equal to employee ID, and next E name equal to, and next here DEPT ID equal to, and this is what, not DEPT ID, name DEPT ID. Okay, here I'll use DEPT ID 101 related, and next here what is that salary equal to 10,000, like that, salary equal to 10,000. Okay, so like this key equal to value guys, name equal to value format we can use name equal to value, like that, or else key equal to value, you can consider key equal to value, key equal to value format. Okay, so in this definition, wherever this EID key is there, so there this one is assigning as. Okay, here according to this one I'm changing as. Okay, so yes, now here check it. Now this ename value sending to here, EID value sending to here, department value sending to here, salary value sending to here. Understanding? So now properly going to get the output. Employee ID 1, name Srinivas, salary 10,000, department ID 101. Understanding? So these type of arguments are called as a keyword arguments. All of you clear? At the time of defining the function, if key equal to value format there like this, okay, called as the default arguments. Understanding? So at the time of calling the function, key equal to value format if there, called as a keyword arguments. So defining time differently calling, at the time of calling, if we are using name equal to value format, called as keyword arguments. So at the time of defining the function, name equal to value format if they, called as a default arguments. Understanding guys? So here keyword arguments where we are using means at the time of calling the function. Remember, that is the point. And next okay, now I'm giving like this guys. Okay, now so check it here. So here the name equal to value format there, here without name, only value there. So this first value to this first parameter assigning, this second value to this second parameter assigning, And now here name equal to value format there. This is assigned to here, this is assigned to here. Understanding? So now it is also working fine. It is also working fine. Okay. So here these things called as positional arguments. Positional arguments. These things called as keyword arguments. Key equal to value format there. Keyword arguments. Without keys only value there is non-keyword arguments. We can consider like non-keyword arguments. These things technically considered like a positional arguments. This first position value to this first parameter, second position value to this second parameter, like that assigning. Okay, now? So remember guys this one. And here one more rule is always left side positional arguments and end side means right side keyword arguments required. This is the order. Positional arguments and then keyword arguments. This order required. If we are not following this order, error is throwing. So this is also working fine. This is also working fine, guys. And next here, I'm going to give here one I'm giving guys here. Okay, so now here department ID, this one, employee salary, this one. Okay, okay, where is this? This one. Department ID, this one. Salary is this one. Okay, like that. So here the Srinivas value. This first value is assigning to here, guys, always assigning to here. And this value remaining is there. That's why this value is assigned to here like that. Some people thinking. First of all, this is not going to executing. So syntactically checking the, up to here working fine. When coming to here, first no, positional argument there and followed by keyword arguments there and followed by again positional argument there. After the keyword arguments, if any positional argument is there, then error is coming. Okay, na? Error is coming. Okay, right now here, e-name. These all are keyword arguments, guys. Keyword arguments. So this value is maybe assigning to this one, like some people thinking. But after the keyword arguments, positional arguments not allowed. Okay, that's why error is throwing here. Check it here. Positional argument means this one. Okay, move this one top. Now check it. Positional argument means this one follows the keyword arguments. So these are the keyword arguments. So after the keyword arguments, a positional argument is there. So this one returns syntax error. Okay, now remember guys, this one. In this situation, so you're going to get syntax error. So actually number of times we can copy and paste it guys every time when we are calling. So only one time I defined here number of times calling and each calling statement commenting. When you are executing, you have to enable each one and you have to check it. All of you clear this order? So at the time of calling the function, your own words, you can write running points. At the time of calling the function, always left side positional arguments and end side keyword arguments. That is order. If order not follows, syntax error. Arguments, right side default arguments required. Otherwise, syntax error coming. Just wait. Yes, guys. Arguments rules, guys. Or else priority of or else order of arguments. Ordering of arguments. Okay, na? So simply ordering of arguments. This is you have to understand. So first of all here we can use definition related guys at the time of defining the function. Hmm. At the time of defining the function, what type of arguments we are using? What type of arguments we are using? This is you have to understand. At the time of defining the function, what type of arguments we are using, and that order also you have to understand. At the time of calling the function, after defining, we have to calling also. Okay. At the time of calling the function, what type of arguments are using, or else what type of arguments are allowed? First of all, allowed. Okay, here also allowed. Okay, this is you have to understand. Okay, so now here first one point I'll give you guys. First one point I'll give you. So totally, how many types of arguments are there? Totally, we have four types of arguments. So out of the four types, here three types allowed, guys. Here three types allowed. Okay. So non-default, non-default arguments, non-default arguments followed by default arguments, and followed by arbitrary arguments, or else variable length arguments. Okay, now so this one simply here arbitrary arguments also called as variable length arguments, guys. So here default arguments, and thought this last one not explained already. Okay, wait some time, I will discuss. So non-default arguments followed by default arguments followed by arbitrary arguments. Simply, first of all, at the time of defining the function, these three types allowed. The three types allowed. At the time of calling the function, two types allowed. So top side three types, and here two types, so totally five types coming like that. Some people thinking no worries. So here non-default arguments also called as a positional argument, also called as required. Positional argument, and then here for your understanding all the points I'm giving, non-default also called as required arguments. Okay, na? So same like here also non-default and positional or required arguments. Okay, na? So these all are same only, guys. These all are same names only. So at the time of calling these positional arguments and keyword arguments we can use. At the time of defining these three types we can use. Okay, na? So next here, next when coming to the second point, always here Yes, guys. Check it here. So first place, guys, non-default argument. Second place, in the second place, okay, here the always left side non-default arguments allowed. Next position default arguments allowed. At last position arbitrary arguments allowed. It means last position means end position, right side. Okay, at last position arbitrary arguments allowed generally. So here single starred arcs there. This is the first allowed. Okay, single star arcs always left side. So simply here left side single star arguments and right side double starred KW args means keyword arguments allowed. Okay, this is remember guys. When we are using a single star double star related variables, left side always a single star variable, right side always a double star variable allowed. Otherwise error you are going to get syntax error. Okay, this is the order you are going to get. Okay, now and here one note point also there. After explaining, after example explaining this, I will write here. Okay, so wait some time. And next here, at the time of calling, positional and keyword arguments allowed, I said. So here, left side always, positional arguments allowed. Okay, now here these things. Left side always positional arguments allowed. This is the point. And end side means right side. Right side always keyword arguments. Right side always keyword arguments allowed. Okay, na? So if we are not following this rule, then it returns syntax error. The point remember, if not follows order, if not follows order of arguments, then returns syntax error. All of you clear? This one related. So here also same like that. If not follows order of the arguments, then return syntax error. Okay, so here one more note point there, later I will let you know. So all of you remember guys, these are very important points. Later when you are learning the Django or else the more advanced functions when you are learning and when you are doing practice, the people who are remembering this order, those people can identify the answers very well. Otherwise getting a lot of confusions. Okay, now? So later today I'll upload this one. You can write in your running notes, guys, these all points and do practice as per this one. Okay, right now three types of arguments completing. Keyword arguments also completing, guys. So here only one small function I'm going to give here. Okay, so def display function, def display a comma b comma c. I'm using a comma b comma c. Print here I'm going to write value of a is a. I'm going to display. Okay, and next value of b, value of c. So here b and here c I'm going to use. And now here you can print b and here you can print c, guys. Okay. Yeah, okay. Next I'm going to call this display function. So 10, 20, 30. This is working fine right now. Working fine, guys. Okay. So if I'm executing 10, 20, 30, like you're going to get it. Okay. So next, this is working, guys. And next, so here I'm going to use 25. Now let me know what is output. What is output here? Give reply fast, guys. What is output? If error, what error coming? If it is error, what error is coming? People given syntax error. Some people given 10, 20, 30. Some people given 10, 25, 30. Multiple answers given, guys. Okay. So here, some people thinking like this one. 10, and here this 25 is replacing with this 25 is replacing with this 20, and this is 30. So that's why 10, 20, 30, like they are giving answer. Okay. So I said here at the time of defining only you have to follow the order. Okay. First non-default arguments followed by the default arguments, again followed by non-default. So here just now I given the rule. Okay. So always left side non-default arguments, and then next position default arguments allowed. After the default arguments, again here I give a non-default. Non-default arguments always left side, before this one only allowed. Otherwise it returns which error, syntax error I given. Okay, now? So that is a concept here. Now execute, really same coming or not, check it. So now here, save it, execute it. See here. So now you're getting error here because of this one. Parameter without a default follows parameter with a default. This one with a default. Okay. So because of this syntax error getting. Already explained about that syntax error coming if coding is there like this. Okay, no? So remember, guys. Okay. Based on these rules, I given this example. Okay. So here you're going to get syntax error. Next, okay, here like normally there, guys. So here C equal to, like I'm giving, what is output here? What is output here? A value 10, B value 30, C value 20 are wrong. Again, here also syntax error you're going to get. So after the keyword arguments, a positional argument is there. Okay. So this is also returns syntax error. See, positional argument follows the keyword argument. Okay. Sometimes multiple choice answers, guys, 4 answers there. So this error message only displaying on the screen out of 4 answers. So you have to select. Okay, here if you are getting, so this is called a position argument, this is called a keyword argument. So like this you're going to get. And in this place only if error is there here, okay, for example, this previous one. So this is called non-default, this is called default. Related to that error message, you're going to get it. Okay, na? So you have to understand properly which error message, how to getting, why to getting, like that. Okay. Okay, so remember, guys, right now there's 3 types related given here. Okay, so non-default, default related, and here the keyword and the position arguments, all the 3 types related there. So next, 4th one, arbitrary, guys. Arbitrary or the variable length arguments. Okay, so now about this one we'll discuss. Arbitrary arguments are variable length arguments where we are using at the time of calling or at the time of defining. First you have to understand that one. At the time of defining the function, we can use this arbitrary arguments concept. So here I given, guys, at the time of defining the function, what type of arguments allowed? So here only given arbitrary arguments allowed at the time of defining. Okay, so remember that one, how to giving, and later order of the arguments also you have to understand. So here, when working with this concept, guys, single starred arcs and double starred KW args concept we are discussing. Arguments, keyword arguments. Okay. Sometimes what is the difference between args and quarks? Like asking args and quarks. KWARGS, quarks like that calling. Okay, don't get confusing. Keyword arguments. If interview person asking like arguments and keyword arguments difference, so easily you are able to tell. If they are pronouncing like that, quarks getting confusions. Okay, na? So remember keyword arguments. So now here the same function I'm using, guys. Previous one related. Okay, A comma B comma C like that. Okay, here first of all single I will explain. So here the A is there, guys. A is there. Okay, so now check it here. If only one parameter is there like this here, how many values we are expecting? Only one value, but more than one value is there. Sometimes we don't know user how many values are going to sending at the time of calling the function. At the time of defining the function as a developer, I used only one variable. I am expecting only one value, but user entering many values. Okay, so sometimes situation is there like that. User may entering n number of values. So even though user entering these all values, many values, I want to accept these all values as a input to this parameter. Then define this parameter as a variable length arguments or arbitrary argument. Variable length means changeable length. For one parameter, one value expecting. Okay, so here one time one value sending, one time 10 values sending, another time 2 values only sending like that. Same function calling, but each time different values, different number of values can sending. Okay, one time when calling display, one value only sending. Second time when calling 10 values sending. Third time when calling 2 values only I want to send. Okay, that is called variable length. Each time when calling the function, so user may enter the different number of values. Okay, different arguments they may send it. So every time if you want to execute the same function without getting error, you have to define these parameters as a variable length arguments. Okay, na? So now here in this situation, you're going to get type error, guys. So here, if I'm defining the star symbol before the A, then called as variable length. So here n number of values you can send, all values sending to this A only. Okay. Now this A is in the form of tuple is storing. In the form of tuple value 1, value 2, value 3 like that, all values storing as all values storing. Okay. So right now here you're going to get it. Check it here. So value of A is a tuple format, 10, 20, 30 there. Okay. Single star A means arguments. Single star A returns output in the form of tuple, guys. So right now here, three values there. All three values tuple format returning. Each value separately if you want to access. Then for loop you can write for this A. For loop you can write each value is getting and you can display. Okay, or you can use it. And next here, I'm not sending any value. Then empty tuple format returned. Empty tuple, guys. Here, empty tuple returned. In this situation, tuple of values. In this situation, empty tuple. And now here, okay, 10, 22 values only sending, then two values you're going to get it, tuple format. Tuple format, you're going to get it. Okay, so now check it here. One time three values sending, one time no value sending, one time two values sending. This is called variable length arguments. Variable length. And at the time of calling these values, what we are calling? Positional arguments, guys, are non-default arguments. These all positional arguments are sending to this single star variable. Single star variable. Okay. Second syntax, remember? First one commenting. Now here check it. Two star symbols I'm using. Star A. This is called a keyword arguments. Okay, two stars means keyword arguments. At the time of calling this function, if I'm not giving any values here, then it is going to return empty dictionary, guys. Double star symbol representing dictionary format. Okay, empty dictionary. If it is a single star, empty tuple going to returning. Okay, that point remember. And next, one more time. So here e number equal to 101 and e name equal to so Ashoka like I'm using. Okay, now. So now here key equal to value like that. The name equal to value format there. Dictionary format e number 101 e name also like that. Salary so and so like that. All creating this. Okay, it is going to return in the form of dictionary. Okay, here like this. Are you clear, guys? So when we are using double star variable name, so here at the time of calling the function, what are the inputs we are giving as a name equal to value format, simply keyword arguments format. These all are accepting by this double star variable and returns like a dictionary format with key and values. With the key and values. Now here single starred A and double starred B. Double star B there is. Okay. Simply here value of B and here also value of B I'm using. So now here 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 50 like this there. Okay. So now check it, guys. These all non-keyword arguments are simply position arguments sending to this single star A, and these all keyword arguments sending to this double star variable. Okay, so that's why you're going to get okay, here indentation problem is there. Remove that indentation. Now execute. Okay, so here tuple format A related values you're getting here, tupular format, and next here B related values you're going to get dictionary format. All of you clear about this syntax? Now what is output for this? What is output for this? Is this going to working? Yes, good. This is not going to working. See here, these all values sending to here actually. These all values are sending to this double star. So this is the position augment again coming to here like that. Some people thinking, but I said already one rule. After the positional arguments, keyword arguments allowed. After the keyword arguments, again positional argument there. So this is the wrong syntax. This is the wrong syntax. So you're going to get, first of all, this syntax error you're going to get it. Positional argument follows the positional argument here follows the keyword argument related. Already discussed this. Okay, because of this, you're going to get syntax here. Hope all of you understanding. Here, at the time of defining as double star first place, single star second place, if I'm using, so then here the syntax error you're getting. Okay, arguments This is called argument. This is called keyword arguments, guys. Okay, variable length arguments or keyword arguments. Arguments cannot follow var keyword arguments. Variable length variable length keyword argument. Variable length keyword argument. Okay, na? So always single star first, double star next. Because of that, you are going to get a syntax error. These all rules you have to remember it. Number of examples I'm giving, guys. So the people who are following this ordering, then you are able to finding the output properly. A lot of times giving different syntaxes, guys. What is output like that? They are asking. Okay, next here, A. Okay, here no output, guys. Simply you can remove this all. A and B equal to 25, comma, single star C and double star D. 4 types are given. Is this order correct or not? Check it. I said always left side non-default and next default and then arbitrary arguments. When coming to the arbitrary, left side is single star, right side double star. All are proper order is there. Okay. And next here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60 and E numbered equal to 101, E name equal to Srini. Okay, city equal to like something you can write and 70. Okay, and next city equal to HYD. Now, what is output? Is this going to working? Is this going to working or not? Error is coming, guys, because of calling only. So here I'll show you that output and we'll discuss C related, D related. Check it here. At the time of calling here, this all okay, proper order is there. Again here proper order is there. Again this non-default position argument. After the keyword arguments, position argument is there. That's why it is throwing the error. Okay, na? So you have to remove this one. You have to remove this one, guys. So now here, these all keyword arguments, these all position arguments. Okay, now working fine. Now working fine. Let me know value of A is what? Value of A is what? Value of B is what? Value of C, value of D. So here, first let me know here, value of A is 10 and next value of B is what? Value of B. Is it 20 or 25? Value of B is 20. Okay, updating is this one. So sending to here and next this value updating here and here the keyword arguments are sending to this double star. Okay, this is the order, guys. So next value of C, guys. Value of C in the form of tuple 30, 40, 50, 60, you're going to get it. Okay, so now check it. Next D also you'll get keyword arguments related. So this is the D related. All of you clear about this one? Okay, here one last rule for this today's session and we'll stop. Identify the answer. This is the order, guys, the major order. Always non-default arguments and next default arguments and then keyword arguments. When coming to the keyword arguments, single star left side, double star right side. This is the general rule, guys. And at the time of calling, so positional arguments always syntax error returning. That point remember? And now here one note point is there, I said already. So here, these two things, guys, these two things order can change, no problem. Okay, these two things order changing also no problem. Default arguments and single star arguments order if changing also no problem. So blindly remember always left side non-default and at end side double star arguments means keyword arguments. In middle positional in middle default arguments followed by the single star arguments or single star arguments followed by the default arguments. You can write no problem. So this is the general order guys, and I'm going to change this order here. This order I'm going to change it. After the single star, now here the b equal to 25 I'm giving. Okay, now so now here what is output of A? A output is 10. And what is output of B? What is output of B? And what is output of C? That is, you have to understand it. Output of B, what you are expecting? Chaitanya Kiran, you given 30, yeah? This value is coming to here like you given. This value to here. Then this 20 value to here. What about the other values? What about these other values? That is the wrong thinking. B is what? C is what? So B is what, C is what, that is you have to understand. Dhananjay, no syntax error. Okay. So now check it here. Check it guys clearly. First A value is a 10. And next what is there? Single star. Single star means these all positional arguments. These all are called as positional arguments. Signing to here. Okay. Next B value for B. So here no positional argument is there. So that's why this default value only using. And next these all are keyword arguments related. All keyword arguments are sending to this D only. Okay, now that is the order, guys. So here for B, default value only using. Before this C, if B is there, for this B, so here value is going to be updating. That is only previously done here. So this is A value. Now here this value is updated. After that for C, these all values sending. Okay. So right now here, these all values sending to the C only. For B, no value is there. Positional value. That's why this default value only uses. So now only there, guys. And now here, C value is all values coming here, positional values. So here, 25 only there. And next D is default keyword arguments only. Okay, na? So above program and this program output identify it, and why it is happening, you have to understand it. Okay. So when we are giving all the types related here, these two things order if changing also no problem. First single star if there, all values sending to here only. So here default value only using. First only default argument there and then followed by single star is there means this value is updating by this second value. Okay, this is order you have to remember it. So here 3 types are given and here 2 types are given. All the 4 types of arguments there. And here always left side positional and right side keyword arguments. If order missing, a syntax error is coming. And here this is the order or else this order. Okay, anyone